Good evening, parents, teachers, honored guests, and fellow graduates. My name is Kaleb Cole, and I'm happy to welcome you all to this year's 2016 commencement ceremony. First of all, I'd like to thank everyone who's taken time out of their busy schedule to help plan tonight's festivities. Thank you to Ms. Ortelli and the concert band for performing for us. Mr. Booker, Mr. Crumbach, Mr. Bannerman, Mr. Theodoropoulos, thank you for all doing the things tech-related. And Mr. Hinley for being an epic MC again this year. Thanks to friends and family for showing their support by being here tonight. And last, and certainly not least, I would obviously like to thank all my classmates for allowing me to represent our amazing graduating class. Thank you. Now that all the formal orders are taken care of, I can talk somewhat normally. I know this year's valedictorian address is a little unconventional, and I know it's hard to motivate you guys through a monitor, and I'm really sorry I can't be there. But I'm going to try my best. You know how the book's always better than the movie? Like, for example, in English, we had to read Frankenstein, and then we watched that terrible movie adaptation where everyone gets set on fire and their face melts. No matter how much I ramble in this speech, it will never come close to the actual experience that was central. I think the hardest thing I found writing the speech was trying to fit 4 full years of memories from a multitude of perspectives into a 10-minute talk. It's not going to happen, and I apologize for that, but I hope that this is good. Thank you all for coming, and it's so great to see everybody. Tonight, I'm not going to pretend Central was something that it wasn't. I'm not going to pretend that it was all sunshine and rainbows the whole time, and I'm not here to tell you that we're going to make Central great again. But I do promise that I'll give you my personal belief on the impact that Central has had on me throughout these past 4 years, and I hope you can follow me as I do that. Now, to quote a famous multilingual philosopher, we did it, we did it, we did it, yeah. That was the famous Miss Explorer, Dora. High school wasn't a cakewalk. It was hard to get here. Nobody jumped out of bed, all refreshed, saying, "Woohoo! I gotta go to school. I love school. Mr. Steele, I hope you assign the entire textbook as homework." No. It was mostly us unplugging our alarms, skipping breakfast, running to school, begging not to be late for first period. Now, some of us achieved this with high success, arriving on time, prepared for whatever the day may bring. Other of us cut our losses, took the late slip, and ate a bowl of cereal in first period class. Every day. But who would do that? It took us 4 years to get to this point. 4 years of continuous questions in math, 4 years of essays and awkward slideshow presentations and speeches, 4 years of the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, and 4 years of putting up with stupid, unnecessary high school drama. And all for what? A piece of paper. Now, to many people, high school graduation isn't as significant as the breakup between Drake and Rihanna, Donald Trump being president, or the literacy test. But all jokes aside, let's not make light of this achievement. Without those 4 years of hard work and labor, we wouldn't be the same outstanding, hardworking group of people I see before me tonight. It was struggling through those years that made us into the people who we are today. It was the tough love from our peers and our parents and the Central's amazing staff that prepared us for our next step in life. And I would just like to take a moment to thank them all for that. So first and foremost, thank you parents for all your love and support. Whether we were stressed from an exam, or 2 exams, sometimes 3 exams, or just the day was terrible at school, we always knew that we had somebody to talk to. I know for some of you, this unfailing family support was not the case. You had to work twice as hard to get where you are today, and that makes this accomplishment of graduating so much more special for you, so congratulations. The teachers at Central showed us that it's okay to have fun and work at the same time. They supported us when we were uncertain and needed guidance. Thank you, math department. Thank you for teaching us how to problem solve and persevere no matter how impractical the situation may be. I'm sure we'll all use calculus again. Thank you, English department. English classes were tough, but they were amazing. You touched our minds and taught us how to think critically and ask the deeper questions. Without your classes, we would probably still be enjoying our favorite movies instead of analyzing them for the Steps of the Journey project. Thank you, Music Department, for reminding us that practice does make perfect. You taught us how to invest our time and pursue what makes us happy. Through early morning practices and many hours of marching around the track in fall breeze or winter freeze, you played a major part in our school, and I just think that Central would be flat if you weren't a part of it, so thank you. Now, we were quite the class to deal with. We did so many stupid things that we were forgiven for. We became viral, we were pranksters, some of us were lazy and silly. Mr. Mills and Mr. Richardson and the staff forgave us. They encouraged us and ultimately helped us bring us to maturity, or at least taught us how to behave in public. Reflecting on these 4 years of Central, we've done some crazy things. I reached out to the graduating class 3 weeks ago about some stories that I could share on behalf of them. And as much as I would like to read all of them to you now, some of them were not as appropriate for tonight's festivities. For example, Mr. Steele's fantasy crush on Justin Timberlake and how he'd go golfing with him every single day, or Mr. Leach's quick classroom exits during the PG scenes of his movies and when they're about to play on VCR. I just don't think I could embarrass them like that. To outsiders, Central is just a building. It's a building with a lot of stairs and a lot of clocks that all say different times. But to us, to Rams, now and in the past, it was a home away from home. It was all of you guys who made it the best, and that cannot be understood by anyone looking at the building. Central became our home. When you think about it, we were there more often than homes to study, to get extra help, and to practice. Most people can't truly claim that they know their entire graduating class, but I am fortunate enough that I can happily say that in the cafeteria, in the hallway, the gym, the library, and in classes, I've talked to each and every one of you, even if it was just a mere hello. Now, as a fifth year, not seeing all your faces can be a little cheesy, but I can honestly say that Central just isn't obviously the same place. Many of you have gone off to find success in the workplace. Several of you are at university or college, and some of you are finding yourselves traveling, but you will always have a place to call home at Central. So at this point in the valedictorian speech, Wikipedia says I should leave you with words of encouragement. Instead, I'd like to share with you some ways that you've encouraged me and each other. You've let me be myself. You let others be themselves. You supported me when I abandoned you for OFSA. What I wish for you to do is continue to be the people you are as you go out into the world. Don't change who you are. More importantly, don't let others change who you are. You are all kind, supportive, amazing people. And wherever you go, you'll find your place and you'll find your home. That's my wish for you. Good enough?